Hello, how are you doing today? This evening, this afternoon, wherever you are watching from, I hope you're having a great day, a great night, a great evening, great afternoon. So, today, I want to talk about what being single is about. In your season of singleness, it's about you. In your singleness, it's going to be about your growth, about your improvement, about your healing. It's going to be about healing. It's going to be about self-love. It's going to be about building a relationship with God, building a relationship with yourself. Being single is about the person that's single, you. It's about you. You want to focus on you during this time. You don't want to focus on a relationship. You don't want to focus on anything that has nothing to do with your growth, your improvement, your healing, your self-love. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't focus on a relationship. That's not what I'm saying. What that really means is when I say don't focus on the relationship, maybe I should say don't focus on the relationship. Instead, focus on these things before you focus on getting into another relationship. And I've brought up these things, in different videos. And I've also have talked about these things like in a separate video. So I made a video for each of these things, or that's what I'm starting to do. I made a video for self-love, starting your self-love journey while being single. I made that one yesterday, and I also made a video healing, your healing journey, starting your healing journey while being single as well. I think I made that the day before I made the self-love journey video. So, and now I'm gonna continuing on. I'm gonna make the relationship with God video, the relationship with yourself video. So I still got a few more videos to make. And these are the things that you want to focus on while being single. These journeys, you want to focus on starting these journeys while you're single. And if you haven't started these journeys yet, then a relationship with someone isn't something that you should be focused on. Actually, don't focus on a relationship if you haven't started these things. And the reason why I say started these things, instead of me saying, hey, make sure you finish these journeys and finish doing these things. The reason why I say you just want to start these things is because you can't put a time limit on how long it's going to take for you to learn how to love yourself, how long it's going to take for you to heal from certain things that you've gone through in terms of relationship trauma, childhood trauma, or any sort of trauma that you've dealt with in your adult years from anything in life. Like, you can't put a time limit on these journeys. And honestly, quite frankly, these journeys are lifelong journeys. These are lifelong journeys, journeys. And also the journey of having a relationship with God, building a relationship with God, building a relationship with yourself. Like, these are things that you're going to do forever until you're not on this earth anymore. So that's why I say you want to get a start on these things, not finish these things, because you're never going to truly finish loving yourself. You're never going to truly finish healing. You're never going to truly finish building with God. Now, I mean, actually, you do want, it is going to come a time where you're going to be done healing. you're going to be done with the healing journey. You're going to be done with the self-love journey, because it's really all about learning how to do these things. Once you learn how to do these things, now you know how to heal. Now you know how to love yourself. Then you just continue on with your life. Like, so, in the same token, it may not be continuous, because I do think you want to learn things and then move on with your life. But at the same time, I do think it's just important to know that these things are important in life too. And actually, when it comes to being in a relationship, now this is what I'm saying when it comes to just these things are going to be lifelong journeys. Because you're going to be, even when you get into a relationship, you still are going to be single. And what I mean by that is you're still going to be living with you. You're going to have to live with yourself forever. You can be in a relationship and loving somebody, building with somebody, and things of that nature, but people can leave if they want to. That people don't have to stay in your life. You know, that's just the reality of it. And actually, most people will leave your life. You know, whether they pass away or whether they just don't want to share their time with you anymore and share their life with you anymore. So I understand that. So that's why I say, that's what I mean when I say it's going to be a lifelong journey. Like, no matter if you are with a person or not, like, these things are going to be important for you to learn how to do and know how to do. When you do go through some trauma, you know how to heal. When you do go to a point in your life where you're struggling with self-esteem, having high self-esteem, having confidence in yourself, and believing in yourself, taking accountability. See, when you learn how to love yourself, when you are on that journey, when you do find yourself in positions like this, you know, when you're down and out, struggling, you know how to love yourself because you have started this journey. So that's the thing too. It's just all about learning how to do these things. So when you do approach a time in your life where you experience some trauma, where you are struggling with self-confidence and just not knowing who you are, things of that nature, you'll know how to heal. You know how to love yourself because you started the journey. You see what I mean? So that's why it's so important. And that's what I mean when I say lifelong too. Because you're going to go through some problems. You're going to have some problems, traumas. Things are going to happen to you. And you are going to feel low at times. So that's why you want to learn how to love yourself and learn how to heal. But I hope that makes sense. I was trying to figure out the best way to make it make sense. I hope you understood that. And like I said, whenever you need clarification, reach out to me. Put your questions, comments, concerns in the comments, and I'll get to you. So yeah, your season of singleness is for you. It's about you. And you want to make it about those things. And so yeah, I always say, being single isn't, the time for you to get comfortable or, the time for you to just not do anything. No, this is a time for you to devote your life to you. To devote your life to purpose, devote your life to self-improvement, to devote your life to betterness, devote your life to learning lessons, to growth, devote your life to God, healing from your trauma, learning how to love yourself, building a relationship with God. And what that consists of is accepting God's love in your life, in your heart, accepting God in your heart, in your life, changing your ways for the better, righting your wrongs, pursuing purpose. That's building a relationship with God, or a few aspects of having a relationship with God. You also want to focus on healing, your healing journey, starting your healing journey, healing from your childhood trauma, healing from your relationship trauma. You also want to focus on starting your self-love journey, taking accountability, focusing on different aspects of self-love, like self-accountability, self-confidence, self-esteem, self-acknowledgement, self-recognition, self-identity, self-awareness. So these aspects of self-love make up self-love. Self-love isn't just self-love on its own, by itself. These certain aspects of self-love make up self-love. So that's another thing that you want to focus on, starting your self-love journey. So these things, you want to be intentional when you're single. You want to be intentional, punctual. You want to be exactly, matter-of-factly, and you don't want to be. You want to be using your time wisely. You want to be making it season. You want to be all about prioritizing things, taking advantage of opportunities, improving. You want to be, like I said, intentional. So you're being intentional in this time, this season of singleness, starting your self-love journey, starting your healing journey, building your relationship with God, building your relationship with yourself. All right? These are the things that you want to focus on while being single. And then, so when you get to a certain point in your life where you have become successful in these areas of your life, you're in a good space when it comes to healing, self-love, God, building a relationship with God, building a relationship with yourself. Now it's time for you to get into another relationship with somebody. Now it's time for you to create love with somebody, build love with somebody. Now it's time for you to build a legacy with somebody, have a family with somebody. Now it's time for you to get married and build intimacy with somebody. Now it's time for you to, you know what I mean, share your life with somebody else. Now it's time for you to commit yourself, devote yourself, be faithful, be committed to this person. You know what I mean? And now it's time for you to start thinking about building with somebody else. When you have found success in these areas of life, healing, self-love, building a relationship with God, building a relationship with yourself, now it's time for you to get out here in this world and find somebody to be with, to build with. And when it comes to getting into another relationship, it's things that you have to focus on as well to prepare for a relationship. These things are just things that you need to focus on while being single. So when you have found success with these things, now it's time for you to get into a relationship and focus on relationship readiness. And that's knowing your boundaries, creating your boundaries, knowing what you're worth, knowing what your value is, positioning yourself, preparing yourself, knowing who you need in your life, knowing what a good man and what a good woman is. Reading books, learning what love is about, and once you learn about what love is, now you can figure out how you want to be loved. So knowing your love languages, learning what love is about, learning what a good man and what a good woman is,